I have a special pleasure to welcome you all on occasion of the Iranian New Year, and on behalf of the Friends of Free Iran. This is an intergroup of the members of the European Parliament, which has existed now for 8 years. And it includes about 100 members of the European Parliament, representing practically all political groups. And we are very happy today that we are organizing this celebration of the Iranian New Year for the second time. First time it was last year. I had the privilege to visit Ashraf almost 4 years ago, together with the Vice President of the European Parliament, Alejo Vidal-Quadras. I remember still many faces, but unfortunately several of them have in between died or killed, and many have been wounded.
Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, let me wish you a very happy Nowrouz. I am here this evening, as always, in solidarity with the people in Camp Ashraf and with solidarity with the people in Camp Liberty. Now 1,200 have been forced to move to Liberty in a camp that is poor in infrastructure, is crumbling in many places, with inadequate supplies of water, of electricity, of fuel, and even inadequate sewage. The sewage system frequently breaks down, and the camp, squeezed into a tiny half a square kilometre, is filled with police and military, like a prison. This is the undignified way that we are treating the brave, the courageous people of Ashraf, and now they are insisting that all 3,000 should be crushed into this small corner of what was originally a large US military base and is completely inadequate for this purpose. This is a cruelty that is being placed on these people by the government of Iraq, and we will not forget this. At this time, at our new year, we will remember this lack of dignity that they have given to them. UNHCR must speed up the process of interviewing these people and registering all of them as refugees. And we then have a responsibility in Europe, in America, Canada, Norway, countries around the world, as safe havens to resettle these people, get them out of Iraq, get them back amongst our family, where we can then concentrate our activity on getting rid of the mullahs from Tehran.
Let me say just a few words. You know that you have a lot of friends here in this European Parliament, over 100. I am just one of them, and all of us, we are doing the best to contribute with our own portion of work to help you and to bring freedom to your country. I remember 3 years ago, during a EU presidency of my own country, which was then presiding over the European Council, we succeeded in delisting the PMOI from an EU blacklist, which was a great achievement, and we now have to continue in a global delisting and global withdrawal of your organization also from a blacklist in the United States. And we are doing everything to achieve this goal. My Minister of Foreign Affairs has been just addressed a direct letter of almost all Czech MEPs to take care and, as Tune just said, to open the doors of my own country to those who need the help most.
2 weeks ago, we had the special envoy from the United Nations, Martin Kobler, here. And I put a very straight question to him. I said, Ambassador, can you give me an assurance that when these people go to Camp Liberty, that you will guarantee their security and that you will not have a repeat of the atrocities that took place in 2009 and 2011? And he said, I cannot give you that guarantee. So much for the United States, so much for the United Nations, so much for the world community. What we have got to do is to redouble our efforts to make sure that the people who are being transferred to nothing other than a concentration camp, that their standard of habitation is at least brought up to minimum, as has already been said by my colleague Struan Stevenson, minimum humanitarian standards. Secondly, that they will receive protection. And thirdly, we must work together, network with all the member states of the European Union and also with states outside the European Union, that these people will be given citizenship and the right of asylum in friendly member states.
I have been supporting the Iranian resistance and the movement of Madame Rajavi for many years. I think the progress you have made in these years is exemplary to all of us how to fight one of the most brutal dictatorship of our time, that is the ruling your country now. We in Poland have had a long experience with dictatorship, and I am glad to say that our experience shows that no dictatorship lasts forever and no evil forces can prevent freedom and prosperity to prevail. Let me also send my Nowrouz greetings to those in Camp Ashraf and Liberty in Iraq. We hope that their suffering will finally come to an end this year. Thank you, my friends.
I'm also from the Czech Republic, as Jan Zahradil, who spoke before me. I'm happy to be here with you. I have a great respect for the Iranian people. Do they deserve such a horrible regime they have? Of course not. This is why we have always helped the PMOI in all the efforts to help people in the Camp Ashraf. We are against the concentration camp of Liberty. It is a shame that they are being moved to the concentration camp of Liberty. We will never stop our help to the Iranians in Ashraf, to the Iranians in Iran, in their fight against the dictatorship of the mullahs and of Ahmadinejad.
Well, dear friends, and thank you for that very warm reception. I want to say Happy New Year to all of my Iranian friends here and to members of the Iranian resistance in Camps Ashraf and Liberty. Last year, the Friends of the Free Iran intergroup, which I have been actively supporting, was first to organise in the European Parliament to celebrate the Iranian New Year. This marks the beginning of spring, and I suppose for all of us that's a time of hope. And I hope that this can be a time of hope for all of us, but particularly for those who find themselves in Camps Ashraf and Liberty. So we hope that tonight we give a strong message of support to the Iranian people. You are not alone, and we will do, and I will do, whatever I can in my own small way, but whatever is within my power to support you. So with that, I just want to say once again, Happy Nowrouz to all of you.
I just want to tell you that as all of you, I got the news that the State Department has been too busy to reconsider, to understand and to analyze if really the Iranian opposition is terrorist or not. Perhaps they are too busy making some anonymous declarations to the American press where all sorts of fantasies have been publicized. So for this new year, I really do hope that in the State Department they will find some time, find a minute to open their eyes and to understand what they have to do, and that they will finally delist the PMOI, and that they will finally stop going together all the time with the Iranian regime and cooperating with it shamefully everywhere, and namely in Iraq, to repress the Iranian opposition.
But I feel that the women in the Iranian resistance, whom I know, is extraordinarily committed, many times sacrificing themselves, and the inspiring leader of the Iranian opposition, Mrs. Mariam Rajavi, that many of you have met before in this parliament give us a lot of hope for a free, democratic Iran in future. It is very clear that the mullahs regime are only frightened of PMOI, so we express our full support and solidarity to them. I wish all of my Iranian friends a very happy New Year, Nowrouz. Thank you. Have a nice evening.
حدیثش پیچیده شد زبانش آخ بنگر به نرگسانش سرمست شد نگارم بنگر به نرگسانش مستانه شد حدیثش پیچیده شد زبانش گه می فتد از این سو